Hi, I'm Hannah Jane Piaki. So for today, we're going to make a video presentation about online gaming. So without further ado, let's get started. Purposive communication presentation. To effectively communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive the world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with others. So the objectives are to know what really is online gaming, what is the cause of online gaming, what is the effect of online gaming, and what is or are the possible solution about it. 1. What is online gaming? Online gaming describes any video game that offers online interactions with other players. An online game is a video game that is either partially or primarily played through the internet or any other computer network available. Some examples of online gaming would be sports wagering, fantasy sports, online lottery tickets, keno, and casino games such as poker, roulette, and slots. Online games are ubiquitous on modern gaming platforms, including PCs, consoles, and mobile devices, and span many genres including first-person shooters, strategy games, and massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or MMORPG. Many online games create their own online communities, while other games, especially social games, integrate the players' existing real-life communities. The culture of online gaming sometimes faces criticisms for an environment that can promote cyberbullying, violence, and xenophobia. Some are also concerned about gaming addiction or social stigma. Online games refer to games that are played over some form of computer network, most often the internet. Online games can range from simple text-based to games incorporating complex graphics and virtual worlds populated by many players simultaneously. However, it has been argued that since the players of an online game are strangers to each other and have limited communication, the individual player's experience in an online game is not necessarily different from playing with artificial intelligence players. 2. The cause. The obvious objective of video game is to entertain people by surprising them with new experiences. Shigeru Miyamoto. Video games are designed to be addictive, using the state-of-the-art behavioral psychology to keep you hooked. Games are immersive experiences that provide you with a high amount of dopamine, and overexposure to this level of stimulation can cause structural changes to your brain. They allow you to escape and see measurable progress. They are social and create an environment where you feel safe and in control. Unlike purchase retail games, online games have the problem of not being permanently playable as they require special servers in order to function. Video game designers, like anyone else trying to make a profit, are always looking for ways to get more people playing their games. They accomplish this by making a game just challenging enough to keep you coming back for more, but not so hard that the player eventually gives up. In other words, success for a gamer often feels just out of reach. Gaming addiction exists because game companies are billion-dollar industries, and the more people they have a hook on games, the more money they make. Playing video games can and should be a fun activity for all to enjoy. But just like everything else, the amount of time one spends playing video games need to be balanced with personal and social responsibilities. Playing can really help us on escaping reality. Studies shows that most people who are struggling with the symptoms of video game addiction are playing multiplayer games or multiplayer games on the internet. For many people with a video game addiction, playing the game is not just hobby. It is their social life and a pillar of their self-esteem. 3. The effect of online gaming. Online gaming is one of the widely used leisure activities by many people. For some people, it is said that playing video games has a number of reasons to be played. For it can be a stress reliever, challenge and competition, relaxation, enjoyment, social interaction, and even mentally escaping from the real world. Gaming addiction is a compulsive mental health disorder that can cause severe damage to one's life. It's common for a video game addict to spend over 10 hours a day gaming, usually well into the night, and many suffer from sleep deprivation. Immersed in their experience, gamers are known to have poor diets consisting mainly of energy drinks full of caffeine and sugar. Many are dehydrated and malnourished. To be addicted to games is to experience functional impairment in multiple areas of your life, and long-term effects can be devastating. Gaming addicts tend to be moody and irritable, depressed, physically aggressive, and refuse to go to school or work due to gaming. Various studies show that playing too much computer games causes physical damages and increases anxiety and depression in players. Many studies shows that most adolescents who are addicted to computer games have a high heartbeat and blood pressure due to too much excitement and stress. These games can also be very time consuming, leaving addicted gamers with less time to focus on their education or career. Some may get divorced and struggle with unemployment. 4. Possible solutions. Possible solutions. You can't just drop everything and focus on playing video games for a living. Consider the age and maturity of your child and the games they are asking to play. When reviewing the ESRB ratings and content descriptors, do the games seem to be a good fit for your child? If there are older gamers in the home, kids will often want to play the games they see being played rather than the ones that fit their age group. If the game being played by older kids isn't appropriate, they probably shouldn't be watching when their siblings play. So the following are the tips on getting your child out of game addictions. Look at the gaming device your child will play on. Are the safety settings in place for your child? Do they match his level of maturity and help you set appropriate boundaries with regards to the types of games allowed, who they are allowed to interact with, and the amount of time or times of day they can play? If not, be sure to configure these safety settings before your child starts gaming. Second, talk to your child about appropriate gaming. This conversation is crucial as it sets the framework for understanding and collaboration for gaming successfully. Talk about safety settings you have put in place, about the types of games that are appropriate or inappropriate, about the time limitations, and the importance of having a balanced experience with online gaming, friends, activities, and school. Third, set time limits. Gaming by its very nature is compelling, with users wanting to reach the next level, earn the next point, or find the enhancement, and it's easy to lose track of time. Finding the right amount of time can be a balancing act, but some basic guidelines could be that there is no gaming until homework and chores are done, More gaming is allowed on weekends versus school nights, and that 2 nights a week are technology-free nights in your home. If your child's gaming device or console, laptop, phone, or computer is in their bedroom, it is particularly important to have device time limits in place to help avoid the temptation of playing after bedtime. 4. Explain that you will help them with any problem they encounter like cyberbullying, cheating, or other inappropriate behavior by using the report abuse functionality within sites. Let them also know that any inappropriate behavior on their part will have immediate consequences. Spell out what the consequences will be for failing to follow the family's or website's rules. So these are clear in advance of any trouble. Play with them. Understand the games they're playing and join in the fun. Not only will this give you a great way to bond with your child, it will also give you the insight into what's going on in the game.